So different types of faith may develop into where one believes his happiness can be found. Just as if we think money will make us happy, then we'll go after money. If we think it's sex, we'll go after sex. If we think it's power, we go after power, and so on. But that is material faith. But even faith in a higher being or a higher reality, such faith may also develop. And it is that kind of faith that is being discussed here, not faith in material things. But in principle, the living being is anandamai vyasat, which means by nature, pleasure seeking. And wherever we think that pleasure can be found, that is where our faith will take us. The spiritual type of faith or belief in a higher reality is further divided in different categories. And it is said the lowest type of faith that may be there is the faith of the Shakta. The Shakta is one who is worshipping a higher entity out of fear. Basically, he is worshipping in relation to problems in the material world and is trying to ward off evil somehow or other. So various rituals may be performed to counteract any form of danger or evil. So this is found in primitive tribal type of worship. It is also found in right here in London. That kind of belief to counteract dangers, the Shaktas. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, he says even the modern science have the mentality of the Shakta. That's what they preoccupy themselves with, trying to protect, trying to overcome material danger. It is said that higher than the Shaktas are the Suryas, the sun worshippers. The sun worshippers are the ones who are worshipping the positive life force. They are worshipping a positive cosmic energy. Now it already begins to sound more like what we find in New Age, prana, sitting in our pyramids and aligning with the cosmic rays, or opening the chakras on our feet and collecting the earth rays through our chakras in order to, or through Reiki, building up our prana, and so that we are aligned. So all this is part of Surya worship, actually, of looking for the positive life energy within the universe. Higher than that is when one begins to approach a personal entity, no longer starts to relate to energies, but a personal energy. And it is said the third category of worshippers are known as the Ganapachas, those who worship Ganapati, Ganesh. Yes. But that kind of worship is materialistic worship, a kind of worship for benefiting all our material conditions of life and basically profit in this life, the Ganapachas. So that's a very business-like, materialistic relationship or type of faith. A still higher type of faith is where one goes beyond the temporary and where one begins to focus on the eternal. Then one is entering into transcendence. Then one goes beyond the existence of the body. Temporary worship is all concerned with the body. So up to this point, the worship was all in the category of the body. The Shaktas who are trying to counteract negative influences in the physical existence. The Suryas who are aligning with universal cosmic energy so that they are strong and full of life. And then the Ganapachas, that not only they are full of life, but there's a lot of profit in that life as well. And then but transcendence begins when one begins to aim at eternity. So the Jnanis are concerned with that which is eternal and not with that which is temporary. Thus the Jnanis are truly appreciated as being transcendentalists and worthy of respect. The only problem is they have no concept of the personality, of the eternal personality. That is only found with the bhaktas, who are the topmost level. So when we come to that level, then we return to our natural constitutional position. All the other four categories, even up to the Jnani, are incomplete and are therefore in denial of our true eternal nature. So there may be so many types of faith in the world, but all of them are somewhat influenced by matter. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that the modern science, they are on the level of Shaktas. They are simply trying to manipulate the forces of nature, and in this way, and try to make them favorable. So that is the work of the Shakta. Sun worshippers we have found in the history of the world all over. In ancient Egypt, or the Incas in South America. And as I said, the New Age people who are into prana, Ganapachas, we have plenty right here. And then the Jnanis, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is placing many of the world religions in the category of Jnanis. Islam, he says, belongs there. Yes. In that fourth category. In the fifth category of the personalist, he places Christianity there. We must mention, though, that means Christianity in its original feature. Because in its original feature, Christianity accepted a personal God. But then, of course, modern science finished that off. When it was concluded that actually up in the clouds there is no heaven and that there are no angels, at least modern science has proven that false. Have we all not flown above the clouds? And what did we see? Even today I was there. I tell you, no angels. Sorry, nothing to be found. So, modern science has proven these things to be simply mythological. Of course, the Christian has withdrawn on the second position, which is, yes, that of course is the mythological aspect of the faith. But the true deeper philosophical things is the all-pervading love and intelligence and da-di-di-da-di-da. And we have just again seen that they have withdrawn to the Mayavad position or to the position of the impersonalist.